not only in sports, but in my life. This is one of the toughest things I ever had to go through. January 26th changed my life forever. My grandmother died that day in 2005, and then 15 years later, the great Kobe Bryant died. And you seen my other video I made about that. And I was emotional. I was raw when I first found out about it. And I'm not gonna lie, for about 2 weeks straight, I was a mess, man. I didn't get a lot of stuff done. But then I started getting a little better and stuff like that. And then I wanted to avoid the memorial services that took place on 2/24/20, and it was tough. That was tough, man. But my brother John Paul Mobley, he sent me a video of Michael Jordan talking to the crowd at the Staples Center and speaking about how he felt about Kobe Bryant. Now, that was tough for me to watch because people that know me know I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. And the reason I was a Kobe fan was because he reminded me so much of Michael. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on Michael Jordan's talk and what it meant for me and everybody around the world, I believe. Michael Jordan is obviously the greatest basketball player of all time as far as most people are concerned. But more than that, he's an icon. He's a legend. He's everything to a lot of people. And when you hear the younger people saying that Kobe Bryant was their Michael Jordan, it just meant that Michael Jordan was so important in the game of basketball. You hear people saying that person was the Michael Jordan of this or the Michael Jordan of that. And I'm not going to lie, when I first heard about this memorial, I said to myself, I wonder if Michael's going to speak, And Michael Jordan is not an emotional person, and as we know that. He's a very, very private man. And Kobe and Michael are very, very similar, except for the fact that Kobe, after he retired, he became more, I guess, in the public eye than Michael was. And I think that was for a couple of different reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. But what Michael Jordan's speech meant to me personally, and I think what it's going to do for the basketball world and for people around the world, is this. We saw a side of Michael that we've probably never seen before. And it showed me not that I needed already validation of how great of a player Kobe Bryant was, but, I mean, Michael is the most competitive guy you ever meet in your life. And so, for someone to try to be him or be better than him, that doesn't sit well with Michael, And for him to open up to Kobe like that, because you heard what he said, Michael Jordan, that Kobe, was kind of annoying in the beginning. He would annoy him and stuff like that. And, we all got younger siblings or younger people that look up to us and stuff like that. And for him to open up to Kobe Bryant, because Michael doesn't open up to people too much, that just gave me even more validation to how important Kobe Bryant was. And it gave me more validation for Michael Jordan that he is human. I heard, I believe it was Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp talking about this. Michael's almost like a godlike figure in sports. People that are famous and make a lot of money and are in the limelight look at Michael like that. So for him to be human, and I'm not talking about the Hall of Fame speech when he, kind of cried and, people made a meme out of it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about him showing some actual raw emotions. People didn't really know what Kobe meant to Michael until 2/24/20. And for him to go up there and just to lay it all out, it meant everything to me. It did. And the only 2 times I cried during the memorial services, and it was hard not to cry, but was when Michael was talking and when Vanessa was talking. And Kobe is he's going to be missed, man, no question. Michael Jordan is a guy that Kobe looked up to big time. And anybody that knows basketball knows that. And that's no diss on Kobe or nothing like that. But Kobe, idolized and mimicked Michael Jordan. And rightfully so. You should do that. And I think the lesson in this, of what Michael did yesterday and from what Kobe did, is for Michael to open himself up to like that. For him not to be in the public eye for most of his career or after his career, and for him not to show much emotion, and for him to come out like that. I think life came full circle for Michael and me and for everyone, because you're looking at a guy that Kobe looked up to and asked Michael questions all the time and trying to learn from Mike. I think Michael learned from Kobe to open up more. And he did that. Michael did that. And Kobe opened up a lot after his career was over with. And everybody says this who knew him, that he was the happiest he ever been. And I think Michael learned from Kobe, like Kobe always learned from Michael, about how to be a better basketball player and be a better father. I think Michael even said it, that he's going to be more, open to people and, stuff like that. And I think he's going to take a page out of Kobe's book, just like Kobe took many pages out of Michael's book. And I'm so glad I got to watch that. I'm so glad about that. So glad I got to watch Michael Jordan play and Kobe Bryant play. And especially those two guys playing against each other. I got a chance in the early 2000s when I lived in Virginia to watch the Wizards play the Lakers. And the reason why the Lakers were my favorite team at that moment was because Michael Jordan was retired, and Shaq was my second favorite player. So when Michael was playing, so when I went to Kobe, because Kobe was like Jordan, I went to the Lakers because Phil Jackson was there, Kobe, Shaq. But then I remember when Jordan came back to the Wizards. I still was a Laker fan, but as soon as the Wizards and the Lakers played, I had to pick one, and I had to pick Jordan because Jordan was always my favorite. But I still love me some Kobe. And when you watch those two, they were like freaking twins on that court, man. And I know for Vanessa, nobody can replace Kobe for her, obviously. But when she sees Michael talking and their speech patterns are so much alike, it's almost like, wow, nobody's going to replace her husband. But just to watch him up there be so eloquent and talk about Kobe that way, that had to touch her heart. And I know it touched a lot of our hearts. And when Vanessa came down the steps and Michael helped her down, that was a class move, man. I lost it then too. But one thing's for sure, I learned a lot that tell the people who you love them. Enjoy every day. And know that Kobe Bryant, he'll be missed. And I want to thank Michael Jordan for going up there talking like that and letting his heart out. And it showed me that it's okay to cry. Because if Michael can cry, I can cry too. You guys be easy. I love you guys.